Hello, most beautiful souls. The channel Peter's body is filled with tingles because every time he makes this connection, he feels what we feel constantly by being on the other side of what you call the veil. And we hope that you can make this connection and feel it in your body as well, because it is this joy of connection that is the message we share today. Channel Peter has a bit of a cold, and he was feeling, as he described it, like his head was underwater. So he wasn't feeling the normal connection that he could just access when he wasn't in that physical state. And he wondered, could he even record this channel today? And of course, we assured him that we are always there, whether or not it is felt by the density you are in. Your spirit, your angels, your source, your God is always with you. And if you can drink that in, more power to you. And if you can't, it doesn't matter, because we're still with you, loving you, pulling you towards the state of being where you feel that as your normal existence. You see, today's message is that there is no message. The content of the words is not what is important for you in your becoming, in your ascension. What is important is the energetic signature you carry. And that energetic signature, you can call it colors or lights or the badges and prizes you've earned. You can call it what you will. Your science is still baffled by it, although it is uncovering much and much of it. And your philosophers have volumes and volumes and libraries of poetry and stories and explanations of it. But the reality is, we are speaking of mystery, and mystery has no message. It is a mystery. So then why are we even here talking with you if there's nothing to say other than, hello, we love you? The reason we speak to you is because the brave souls on the planet Earth, you listening to this, chose to move into density, chose to separate somewhat from your source so that you can expand what will be possible. You chose duality. So that means all the negativity got to express, because only when the inconceivable happens can something new take place. And if we have a very set, rigid rules where it's all peaches and cream and tacos and hot sauce, as the channel Peter loves to say, then you get that nice, beautiful, blissful state. But that's all you get. And we, on our part, simply cannot imagine what you are experiencing. See, you think we have all the answers because we're so dimensionally expansive. But in reality, you are the brave souls forging the new ground. You, so to speak, carry the machete and carve the path through the jungle of the unknown. It is what you are doing that is expanding creation and gives us more possibilities, gives everyone more possibilities to be, to become, to ascend, to love. And this is why we support you in everything you do. And you do not know how much support you have. When we check around your planet, it numbers in the millions, and not just the number of entities, but the number of consciousness kinds. You would call it races or species, but even that is limited to just your 3D. It's more than that. And that's what's here to support you because of what you're doing. We know you have this. Of course, we know you have this. You may not know you have it, and especially when you're disconnected and can't feel it and the despair comes up. But we know you have this because it's just so amazing what you're doing, and the amount of support is just incredible. There can be no other outcome. And the truth is, we don't know what that outcome is because you're going to expand into the unknown. But we know you're going to expand there, bringing love, bringing who you are, bringing this connection. That's why we so much ask you to please connect, because that's what it is. It's not just that we're watching the show, but we're actually feeling what you're experiencing. Because, of course, we are part of you. We understand the oneness. We know that when you go make these adventures, we're making them, although it may not seem that way because we're sitting in the what you would call the safety of our higher dimensional states. But in reality, all of creation, all of consciousness, God is with you as you expand. So you may not feel like you're connected, but there's no way you cannot be connected. You are source. It is in every one of your cells. It is with the stuff you are made of. So in our message that has no message, we're here to tell you, can you connect? Do you choose to connect? And when you choose to connect, and even when you cannot, but you choose to, can you imagine you are connected? You hear this called faith, and you hear so many teachings, spiritual and otherwise, about faith, what it is, how it works. We're asking you to embody it, what you are. See, we know you can't go wrong. We know you can't make a what you would call mistake on the path you're on. You may not get the outcomes you desire, and you may choose in your 3D to use mental sets to judge yourself and say, oh, I blew that, or I messed it up, or I didn't win this, that. But we know you are growing and moving humanity forward, moving consciousness forward, moving all of spirit forward. So even when you're feeling disconnected, when you're feeling like, oh, poor me, I can't do anything right, that is when we want you to know we are with you in ways that are just all encompassing. If you can't understand it and feel it in the moment, imagine it. Just allow it. Now, your mind may be trained to not let this in. Oh, it doesn't make sense. It's not scientific. Or, oh, I just keep having problems. Obviously, things are wrong here and I'm just not working out. And those are creations, including the belief that these are problems and not growth opportunities, or just simply the experience of what it is to be incarnate. You judge it and then you lock yourself into it. That's the mind trying to hold on, because for how long on the planet has mind been the ruler? And when we speak of mind, we speak of universal mind, not just your mind. It is very old and very dense. And mind has characteristics. On the lower end, it's destructive and repetitive. You know how you can't get a thought out of your head and just keep thinking of bad outcomes and then create fear. On the higher end, it's creative, expansive, and connected. So it's literally a matter of, are you able, are you understanding that you are growing in your mastery of mind and you are moving towards the universal, expansive, connected, joyful, creative mind? But doing that means letting go of all the patterns of mind that you've been so living with that have kept you stuck. And it's not just mind, body comes into play too, you see, because whenever mind has a set of thoughts, it creates a biochemical release in your body. The peptides, I believe you call them, that create emotion. So it's quite instantly the thought comes and then the emotion follows. And many people become addicted to that emotion. I mean, come on. You pay money, some of you, to see horror movies. Oh, I like the thrill of horror. Need we say any more? So this can be ingrained in you and patterned in you, and then it becomes emotionally addictive. And then you're dealing with addiction. Like most of the things that keep you from source, you have to really clear out the addiction, and that's hard. Then this is hard. And there are entities that profit from your addiction. They sell it to you right and left. Just look around you. But deeper, deeper behind all that is the idea that you are enslaved and you mentally have accepted that as your normal way of being. So part of your initiation, the adventure you're on, is to move and graduate from mind being the master to your consciousness, moving towards the universal, happy, uplifting, creative, connected parts of mind. You never leave mind. It's part of the field you're in. When you're in a different density, that'll be a different kind of mind, but you're not going to leave it. So it's not bad. Your mind is not bad. You're not bad. You don't cut it out, throw it away like cancer. Okay? You understand that you are not your mind. That the you hearing this, the you making choices is not just that thought pattern, not just that emotional cascade. Yes, that may influence you, but you can still do something different. Whether you see it in front of your eyes or not, it is called faith. And faith is the test of initiation. Having faith that you are ascending and you are becoming is what brings you to your next expansive self. So there you have it. Our message that is no message. It's just the loving connection that is there at all times. And if you're not feeling it, swimming in it, it's still there. Do you have the faith? We would like you to, because that's going to bring you into the connection you desire, as well as open up the channels where all of us experience the joy and love that you are. And that's what you're radiating. You may not feel that in the moment. The channel Peter may not feel it because he's dealing with what he's going on in his body. But he knows, despite whatever set of physicality he presents, whatever feelings come up, whatever thoughts he has about that illness, he is connected. And the proof is he could sit down today knowing he wasn't feeling connected, knowing he wasn't sure what was going to come out. There was no real message. And then sit in the awe and wonder when he reviews this later of the no message is the message, because it's love, it's connection. It is the essence of who you are. So with that, we'd like to send you along. Oh, just with cuddles and snuggles and kisses, because that is the magnificence of you that we connect with, that we see and feel every time we present one of these messages. You are blessed. You are loved. And whether you feel it or not, it is true. And we're sitting here rooting that you feel it. Because you are that magnificent. Many blessings to you. Hi, this is Peter D. Thank you so much for your support. We're all doing our best to help humanity ascend. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel so YouTube will place these messages where more people can see them. And of course, you can always check the links below if you'd like to book a channeled spiritual coaching session or make a donation. Much appreciation.